Yeah, I mean, I basically learned for sale for like 130 bucks. I purchased it. That's how I learned how to underwrite. That's how I learned how to talk to brokers.
Welcome. So, give our audience your name and the name of your business.
My name is Sergio Aguilar. I am from Dallas, Texas, and the name of my business is JTS Funds.
I love it. How did you get involved with Michael Blanc?
It's actually really funny because Michael Blanc, his deal analyzer, was the first analyzer that I've ever used. That's actually how I learned how to underwrite. So that's how I started my journey with underwriting. You know, we're big believers that we got to know the basics of underwriting. We're able to talk to our investors and walk them through the process of the investment and how returns work. Yeah, I mean, I basically learned on his website. He had a deal analyzer for sale for like 130 bucks. I purchased it. That's how I learned how to underwrite. That's how I learned how to talk to brokers and everything. So that was the first time I've ever heard about Michael Blanc.
Who are you the most excited to hear? I don't know if you've heard any speakers thus far, as it is the first day. We still have a lot of people coming in. So, what has been your favorite thing so far, and who are you the most excited to hear from?
I'm very, very excited to really honestly hear Michael Blanc himself. I've never been to a Michael Blanc event. It's my first one. Since I started my journey, I've always heard about him. Obviously, I started with his analyzer, but I'm excited to hear him. I've seen him walk around a couple times. I want to get a picture by the end of the. Yeah. I'm just like, holy crap, there he is. Like, that's the dude. So I do. I've seen him I've kind of waved at him and he said hello. But yeah, so I'm excited to listen to him in person and to meet him. I know he's busy. He's running around. One of the exciting things so far, just being here. My favorite thing is just the amazing people that are here, the communities that are here that gather together from different networks, and everybody just comes here together and has a great time. And I just love meeting people. So that's one of my favorite things about these types of events.
I'm going to pass the mic to the beautiful Magena. She has a few questions for you, too.
We are very excited to have you here because you represent a very crucial generation, in my opinion.
For sure.
And you need to lead by example. So when you first started in the journey of real estate, what was Sergio thinking? What was your initial thought? Not what you're thinking today.
That this was impossible. We obviously, we come from different cultures. There's a lot of cultures that brings multifamily together. So one of the things being of Mexican descent was being realistic, having that realistic mindset that, you know what, I am not able to purchase these $10 million assets, you know, and partnerships are like frowned upon in the Mexican culture because of the trust issues. So my initial thought at first was like, there's just no way in hell I'm going to be able to purchase these assets. How? I don't have $10 million, you know, to buy these cash. We're so used to buying everything cash that's the mindset we have. You know, that was one of the things growing up, my dad would say, hey, look, one day I'm going to buy me one of this houses, or I'm going to buy me a house like that. I'm going to buy me this car. Or if I wanted something, I'll be like, hey, I'm going to buy this. He's like, well, do you have the cash? I do not. Then why are you even thinking about it? You know, then it was just crazy. You know, just the mindset has shifted in a tremendous way from when I started.
And yet, you took action because you did think it's impossible. Talk to us about that point where you know it's impossible and yet you went for it. Like, what pushed you?
What pushed me was amazing people like you two ladies, you know, being surrounded with strong women, being surrounded with strong individuals like y'all who are as hungry as just as I am, you know, is what helped me believe that I can do this. Partnering up with amazing people like Brooke, you know, we're already partnered up and making it happen because we all got to take action. It's just not me doing all the work. It's not just Brooke doing all the work. It's, hey, you know, we're partnering up for a reason. Let's all go and grab this thing by the horns and let's go close. So just in all reality, it's just the amazing people that are in this industry that are just as hungry as I am is what really made this possible or even think possible. You got to be in the same room with these like-minded individuals. And if you're not, it's impossible. You're going to be stuck in that same mindset.
And I know for a fact, as I've witnessed you and your growth, that you took this passion to the next level because what you're doing now on a weekly basis, and for everyone who's listening to us today, Sergio and his partners, on a weekly basis, they feature amazing human beings. And I'm not saying a real estate professional, no. Amazing human beings from all walks of life, gender, different orientations. Everyone is invited. Everyone that has a good heart, the right mindset, and wants to pay it forward. So they have this amazing podcast. But Sergio, please talk to us about that amazing environment that you have created, the name, how do people find you, and what are the criteria for them to join and be highlighted in a future show. please.
For sure, yes. So after our journey, we figured it's kind of hard to walk in this journey, and you know, it's easy to go to an event and to get inspired to want to do this, but whenever you go back home and you don't have anybody to hold your hand, or maybe you're lacking the motivation because you get back to reality. And I hate when people say that. I don't like to use hate, and it's just like everybody. I got back to my reality, and it's difficult. You know, there's a lot of masterminds and groups in multifamily, like you said, amazing people, not only operators or professionals, but amazing people that get to tell the truth about multifamily. That, you know, it's easy to say that anybody can do it, but when you're there, it's honestly very, it's not as easy as people make it sound.
And I have one last question for this interview, of course. What would your father tell you if he was right here, right now, listening to you, walking us through your journey?
I would honestly say that he's more of a visual guy. He's more of a, I want to see action.
Oh God,
So
sounds like every parent out there.
he wouldn't say much.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Dad.
and that's the reality. It's all about educating him, and I try, you know, but it's okay. One of these days, you know, it finally pays off here in the next couple months. Even if it takes up to 2 to 3 years, as we all know, it does take time. It is a long-term game. They'll see, and then we can probably answer that question then.
And I love this answer so much because it shows a lot about who Sergio is and his character and ethics and integrity. Because, guys, when you think you are successful, think again. It's only the beginning, and Sergio is not satisfied with the results, and that's great news for us. We can't wait to see your continued success.
Thank you so much.
Thank
y'all.
for having this interview with us.
For sure. Thank you guys for having me. I love you guys.
I love you, baby.
So, yeah.
All my work too.
Good seeing y'all. Thank y'all so much.